Charina Fixotu.
All the ladies, where are you? Nation boy. Are you ready? One yours. All them ladies, one yours. One yours. Shake it, shake yours.
Okay, let's say welcome to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the program, The Bottom Liberia. This is where we discuss the issue, give our candid opinions, though our opinions may not be right, but they may not be wrong either. That's how we think about the issue and discuss it. So if you join me for the first time, my name is Linford Egon Goe. Chima Kamara is not here tonight, and of course, you all know that Paul the Lord Chiluple is there in Liberia on the grounds. Say boots on the ground. While we sit and do the talking, there are some people on the ground, because we all cannot be on the ground at the same time, and we all cannot be doing the talking at the same time. So we spread the tentacles, we spread the tentacles. So this, if you know that sea animal called octopus, this is how it moves. It spreads its tentacles all over the place as it's moving, grabbing things. So that's how the CPV is operating. This is octopus operation where nothing is leaving unturned. Emmanuel, welcome. And so we want to say welcome to all of you. And if you join us for the first time, this is where to be. This is where we civilly discuss the issues. We do not insult people. Yeah, we may slip along the way, but we do not intentionally take on people and insult them and lie on people and say things that are not true. Whatever we say is true, because we do our research. We make sure that we have the facts before we say what we say. And again, if ever we say anything that offends anybody, we're sorry. That's not the opinion of the Bottom Line as a platform, but it may be our individual opinion. And so it's just to throw that out there. Notwithstanding, we are unfiltered. Our opinions are unfiltered. Nobody censors our opinion. We say, what we mean, what we know. So let me say welcome to you. Like I said, I'm going to be here probably alone tonight, and the rest of the team is busy doing something. From now on, going to the election, and maybe even after the elections, the team members will be busy because everybody's doing different things. Everybody's kind of engaged in different things. I was actually supposed to be on the grounds in Liberia, but because of certain engagements, I cannot make it. So my commitment is to sit here and contribute in this way, to talk. By the way, as a journalist, a former practicing journalist, that's my area. I'm not in the print. I don't write that much. I'm a good writer, though, but I don't write that much. My thing is talking. I can talk as long as I want to. It makes sense too. I don't just talk. So let me say welcome to you. And tonight, I'll give you a few reasons why the CPP must win these elections. I'll give you a few reasons. Chadela Chiluple Brown Chiluple. Welcome. You're one of our regular listeners. Welcome. So like I said, I'll give you a few reasons why the CPP must, I'm not say should, I say must win these elections. And those reasons are genuine. If you listen keenly to me, and if you follow me, I'm not talking about people whose minds are made up. We have two groups of people in Liberia now. Um, God didn't make them that way though, but they decided to be what they are. They are the two groups are the ones whose minds are made up, what can be, whether for the worst or for the best, but their minds are made up. And nothing can change it. Then we have the people who are the sober thinkers, people who read between the lines, people who make decisions based on facts, based on the circumstances prevailing, based on the future. And that group whose minds are made up, that group whose members' minds are made up, don't care about the future. They don't even care about the present, what is happening to them, or they don't care about the past, what has happened to them. All they know their minds are made up. So even if we brought Angel Gabriel here today, and Angel Gabriel talk to them and tell them, say, look at your present condition, look at yourself, and think about the future, they will say no. Angel, please go back to where you come from. Our minds are made up. Earlier on this afternoon, I made a podcast, and I said almost most of what I will be saying here today or tonight. By the way, it's in the night from my side, so if I use the word night and you are in the day, please forgive me because I'm situated in the middle. So in Asia right now, on my far east is midnight, almost in the morning. Then on my far west, which is the Americas, it's in the afternoon there, and then in Europe it's in the night. So I'm situated in the middle. So don't hold me responsible when I call a particular time limit. Okay, so I was saying that there are two groups of people in Liberia now, and God didn't make us that way, but we have decided to be there. And the two groups are those whose minds are made up, what can may, for the worse, their minds are made up. For the better, their minds are made up. In fact, they don't even see anything like good or bad. Their minds are made up. Then we have the other group of people. Okay, sorry, I got a little bit distracted there. I got a little bit distracted, but I'll put it under control. Let me just close my door. So bear with me. Let me close my. Uh, children everywhere. But I was saying, so these two groups of people, the one members minds are made up. Nothing, absolutely nothing can convince them. And they tend to be in a majority. I mean, though they are not the majority, but they tend to be in the majority. They portray themselves as being in the majority. And consider that they are in the majority. Their decision will affect the few sober-minded people who think about the past, the present, and prepare for the future. So if we take the instance where the people whose minds are made up, their mind can never be changed, no matter what. If we take the instance where they are in a majority, they want to make a decision that will be binding on those people who are the sober thinkers, people who see the past, the present, and the future, people who believe that, look, things shouldn't be this way. So we are at a crossroads. And when I mean we the sober-minded people, because these people have divided the country. They say our minds are made up. If you are not on our side, then you are not Liberian. So they that believe that, okay, there is no past for them, no past history, they don't think about it. There is no present condition for them, what is affecting them now, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't even matter what will happen in the future. They could make a decision. And if they make a decision, who will live with it? Everybody. The rain, there are some people who love rain, rainy weather, right? So when the rain comes, the people who hate the rain and the people who love the rain, it will fall on everybody. The rain, when I ask my man, you let me to wet you, or you like rain, and when I ask the other man, you like rain, it will beat everybody. Yeah, Teddy Davis, welcome. Thank you for following, and please help to share the show. This is the bottom line Liberia. And so we are at a crossroads, like I said, and if we are not very careful, the few, so I'm talking about you, few sober-minded people, because these people whose minds are made up for anything, for any condition, the worst, they tend to be immature, and they can, they are like drowning men. They can carry a lot of people along with them. If a man is drowning, you be careful to save him, or else if he grabs you, he's carrying you down, and you will go with him. So these people, they spread this message that our minds are made up. And if you are weak in your mind, you will fall along the line and say, yeah, oh, if the majority minds are made up, then I'm there too. And so there is another group, the sober-minded group, the group whose minds are made up for the worst or whatever. And there's another group. This group is still in the middle. And this group that is in the middle is undecisive or undecided. You can say, well, should I go to the sober-minded people, or should I just go with the crowd, the people whose minds are made up? Because, like I said, the people whose minds are made up, they portray themselves to be in the majority, right, or to be doing the right thing. So they will carry anybody along. And then the question remains, if they make decisions, who will be affected? Every one of us. Whether your mind's made up, or your mind not made up, or whether you're sober thinker or you're not sober thinker. When they choose one president, he will be president for you. If they choose rat, that rat will be your president for the next 6 years. And you have to live with the bites of that rat, with the stings of it, and everything. So this is where we are at a crossroads. And it is incumbent upon us, those of us who see the past and also see the present and expecting the future, something called future that has not yet come. We should be able to tell the people whose minds are not yet made up, people who are still undecisive, that no, listen, there is a danger ahead here. And this danger, if we don't attack it from the start, it's going to bite every one of us. I hear people complain, oh, the country is hard. The country is hard. Look, when you are voting in 2017, you were not sleeping, you were awake. When you are voting 2017, you listen to the candidates, what they presented to you. When you are voting in 2017, nobody dragged you to the ballot box. You did it yourself. And the same situation is representing itself. It is reawakening. So this is your chance. Indeed, if you are sober enough, this is your chance to say, well, the mistakes that we made in 2017, 6 years ago, we can come back to correct it. Because the decision is basically yours. In a democratic process, there is one thing that you own. It's your own decision. That's the thing that you own. Because you will decide what to say, you will decide what to do. Nobody tells you, nobody dictates it to you. You have that free will. So I will go into the reasons why, uh, the few of the reasons, there are several reasons, but few of them why the CPP must win these elections. Okay? Sorry. Um, I've been down with cold a little bit, so nobody call us to the women. They in the north here, in the North Pole, they play school all the time. Summer or winter, they cool all the time. Can you imagine? A lot of winter. I mean, we just finished the summer, but the snow stay on the mountain right here, right behind here, and when it blow, it cool all the time. So that's why we always cool. Sorry for that. Nobody call us here. It win like a level. But like I said, I will give you few of the reasons why the CPP must, I am saying must, win these elections. Reason number one, you the voters. I will be talking to you while I'm giving you the reason. I will talk to you. I will solicit your thoughts. I will trickle your thought process in a way that you fall in line with what I'm trying to say, right? Now, reason number one why the CPP must win these elections, at least now. Number one, the country called Liberia is slowly and gradually disintegrating. Somebody will say, "Oh, how the country will disintegrate?" You don't understand. That land, that piece of land you see called Liberia with all the forests, the trees, the rivers, and all the stuff on it is not what we call a country. That's just a landmark. Anybody can take over that place and call it anything, call it Utopia or whatever, or Pluto. That's not the country is the system that should be working for the people that live there. And these systems are disintegrating. And it didn't only start now, it started a long time ago. I mean, as far as 1979, right? I had a friend, this girlfriend, who came from South Africa. In fact, she was the niece of I think he should be there now, if I'm not mistaken, the Reverend Ndabeniki Sitoli from Zimbabwe. At that time, it was Rhodesia. And this girl was a refugee. The first time I heard about refugee, I knew the word refugee in Bobo. I didn't know what it meant, until I saw this girl. She was a refugee in Liberia, and she used to attend seed every year. And she and I were working with one American lady in the library. And this girl told me something when the rice riot happened, 1979. The girl told me, "Well, this is a bad sign for your country." I said, "Well, what do you mean?" The same way when people minds are made, all right. Oh, I thought the government was wrong, and so there were progressives coming. They want to change everything, and so the rest riot and blah blah blah. So we were all in the street. The girl told me, she said, "This is a bad sign for your country." And this girl was five. I mean, 79. She was in 12th grade. I was just in 9th grade. Okay, and she has seen the other side of life. She from Zimbabwe, living Liberia on UN resettlement as a refugee, talking to one labor who even know Ralphie at that time. So I found it hard to understand what this girl was talking about. She told me your country is in a bad state right now. And it will continue to, it will affect all of you in the future. And that night girl talking was far from me. Imagine now, reader. So fast forwarding, 1980, there was a military coup. And so the country, think the system started to become bad and bad and worse. They tried to fix it. Um, it didn't work. Then walking made it worse. As people say, from worse to ridiculous. And now civilian governments that have succeeded all of these problems that started from 1979 until now. Nothing still seems to work. So this country called Liberia, when I use the word Liberia, do not look at the landmass. Do not look at the 43,000 square miles. Is that what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the system. I'm talking about the thing that should keep the country as a country. That system. We praise other countries, oh, America or Europe. No. Hmm? America or Europe could be just like Liberia if they put that system in place. If if they are not doing the right thing. Hmm? So one of the primary reasons why the CPP must win is that the system that should hold Liberia as a country together is disintegrating, or they are disintegrating, because here is a country you got no law and order almost. Every day we wake up to something, some funny news, drugs, something that can destroy the very fabric of the society. Drugs, because when people take drugs, they didn't get here, they didn't get there. They live in different world. They can do anything. Imagine, I saw this picture where this guy was under the influence of the drug, and your hair button this, I know, street light pole or something. Or no normal person, or normal student at the University of Liberia, or even in high school, who's supposed to be doing his assignment or engaged in something, will go stand and start butting street light pole. If you have 10,000 of those people from any community, do you know what's happening? And the drugs is taking all the young people. And the reason why it becomes a concern is that the young people are the future of this country. I mean, if I go 20 years back, 30 years back, I was young and I thought that I know everything is just like that. And the years started to go little by little, slipping away. Here I found myself 3 schools at this time. 3 schools. So can you imagine? And so I asked myself, how long do I have to be around as a sober-minded person? How long? And in case I left today, or people of my age, or people of my same school of thought, if we all die today, what happens? Who replaces us? Is it these drugs people that will replace us? Ask yourself this question. And I'm not saying that everybody in Liberia is doing drug, but if the drug takes over majority of the young people, ask yourself what will happen to the young or your own child that you get born in today. Because this child will grow up looking around him, and everyone he sees is doing drugs. So he will feel that it's normal. And let me tell you one thing. For all of us, for those of us who are grown up people, when we were growing up, we saw people around us who we wanted to be like. Some people, in some kind of way, somehow, became our role model. Because for somebody to become a role model, it's very easy. You see, say I'm interested in the journalism, most of the journalism were my role model. Every time I see them, I say, yeah, I wish I could be like them. Okay. Then I started liking sports. So, and I lived very close to the University of Liberia at the time. So I used to be on LU campus all the time. Then I see the people that used to play, like Matthias Nimle, Killer Duma, and all the guys. So I want to be like them. One Aaron Martis, they are other brothers. I remember them. I said, I wish I could play basketball. Okay. Then music came. Okay. My own schoolmate from demonstration, Abraham Kola, he was playing for Moga Band. I said, yeah, I wish I could sing like Abraham. So you see, some kind of way, somehow, somebody will become a role model. And then if you don't take time, if the person is doing the wrong thing, but you think you like it and you want to be like this guy, you will easily slide into that. So those of us who are grown up people, there was a certain point in time that we saw somebody doing something and we liked it. And we admired that person for what he or she was doing. And then you wanted to do it. Probably he didn't have that gift. I'm happy that one of the things that I wanted to do, I did it, which is to be in the media. I'm proud of that. And one of the things I wanted to do was to play football, but I was so busy. Imagine even high school game I play. But since my interest was there, when I came to Europe at age 36, I entered Europe here. Then I play football. I mean, there is something about this thing I still don't imagine. I don't understand. I play active football for my community that I live in right now. And we're five Liberians. Yeah, we're five Liberians playing for different teams against each other. Hmm? Yeah, in my community. And we play in fourth division. We went to third division. We were sort of going to division two. The very year my team entered division two, we even win one game, the B also we draft out of the league. But we're playing a county league here. And this is me. The minute I'm playing like bro, actively I know I play basketball and I play pool almost at a semi-professional level. I play pool very well. Anybody who knew me like bro know I was playing pool. Okay, that's the sports I play. And then I did karate. Okay, I was in the AFL karate, taekwondo club. The very Bernie Samoka, we all spark together. Okay, so but when I came to Europe, then I became footballer, and I don't know how I developed that talent. So I don't know. But the point I'm trying to make is that at some point, there is something that you admire about somebody, and that thing could just become what you will be interested in to do. So if you look around the country today, you see all the young people. I mean, brilliant people. Liberians, we are some of the brilliant people I've seen on earth. In as much as our educational system in Liberia is so questionable, but still Liberia produces some of the brightest people around the world. See how many Liberian engineers we got around the world. Right here in Norway, we got Liberian engineers working. Okay, we got Liberian nurses here working. And if you go back to some of their history, those are people who start maybe on mud block or on planks, on a leaking roof from primary school, and today some of them are engineers. We did not have that luxury of education. That's why when I look at kids in this country, that you got almost everything you need. All you need to do is sit in the classroom. Hmm? But if we allow the present situation to prevail unchecked, our country called Liberia, just the land space will be there. The human resource will be gone. Our material resources, like gold, diamond, everything will different people will take away. And Liberia might even be occupied by different people because the drugs might damage just all the potential of the young people for them to be anybody in the future. So ask yourself, if your child is not doing drugs right now, but if that child grows up and see around him that everybody else is doing drugs, what will he do? Nothing. So that's one of the reasons why the CPP must win to change this system. And the reason why this drug seems to be like a natural thing is that those old politicians that have been there, some of them are the same ones facilitating these drugs. Some of them have been there, they got no idea to curtail the epidemic. Some of them have been there for many years. They're so used to it, they feel it's normal. So they will not fight against the system. They will not fight against anything that will damage the system because that's how they profit. Imagine somebody being in government for 40, 45 years. It's all because there is something that he's getting from there that he cannot let go. I mean, ask yourself, man. You're Liberian, you're the voters. Ask yourselves. You're the few sober-minded people. Ask yourself, what is it about this thing that somebody will clinch onto? They cannot move from there. That means the particular job the individual wants to do until even if he's dying, he'll still do it. Ask yourself, why? So that's one of the reasons why the CPP must win to clean up the mess. The country is disintegrating. Number two, and these are my opinions. They are not facts, but these are my opinions. And they are not wrong either. Because if you're thinking correctly, you know that what I'm saying It's true. Reason number 2 from my end, why the CPP must win these elections. They are the best alternatives. The best alternative. Let me tell you, ask yourself, all the people who have been in government from the time head was support. I learned I will up in real upper way. No, I live there, right? I'm a Melton. So from the time head was support, these people are being in government. They have not done what they're supposed to do. They know. They're not stupid. They're educated people. They know what they're supposed to do to better the condition of the citizens in the country. No, we're not lack of money. That when somebody say like bro poor, I say well, we're not poor, but it's just like you lazy man. You get bag of rice, you got meat, you got everything in the house that you can cook to eat. But because you lazy to do it, to do the cooking, so then you become hungry. But it doesn't mean you don't have food. And so that happens to me. You know, when I was alone, I'll go and buy all the thing and bring it. And then time to eat. So now I forget I get meat in the everybody will be there all the time. So now I forget that I bought bread. It was recent time that I see that when I buy bread, when we buy bread, we can finish this bread. I never used to do it. I buy bread because when I go out, I eat. I grab a burger, I eat. So when I come home, I go and look for beyond bread. No, I ain't got time for that. So now I'm sleeping or I sit down on the computer doing different things. When I do, I tire, I sleep. And our laziness. And so now I'll be hungry, but I said, look at the time I will take to, in the first place, to wash a daily dish. My own dish to wash it. Then I go put pot on fire on the stove, and then I gotta wait all that time there. That waste of time. So I bounce up there and pass on it fast and grab it. And that because I seen stomach though. You see? So you can have more food in your house and be starving to death. It's all because of laziness. And that's what's happening to our leaders. They know that we got the resources that can take care of us. They know, but they don't want to do it. They enrich themselves. And you there making up your mind for them to enrich themselves while you remain poorer and poorer and poorer generations after generations. And so they know you, they know what you like, they know what you are made of. And then you know them too. So then you got it. I started hearing a funny story. Oh, we don't know the other person here, the person, that new person. And that even some of the politicians will look at their friend and call them strangers in their own country. And they do that to undermine the credibility of that person. Because since your minds are made up, you're not thinking for yourself, your minds are made up. Somebody can say, oh, Linford that stranger, Linford have been in Norway for over 20 years, so he's stranger. In my town, somebody tell me that. Then somebody say, yeah, that's true, because when you see the man that stranger, they don't even know that my village, that picking town, it was my great-great-grandfather who killed elephant in that town. And he called people to butcher the elephant, and then from there, they started drying the meat and whatever they do in the kitchen, and that place gradually turned to town. You will not even look at that. But the fact that I have not been there for over 20 years, a stranger, and you buy the ad and start running with it. Oh, John Brown said, live for that stranger in your time. Yeah. So, Cummings is not supposed to be a Liberian simply because he was not in Liberia during the war, according to them. When everyone else was running away from Liberia, they were coming who was supposed to go back to Liberia, then they will be running away, going back to where they came or where they want to go. You see the twisted idea we got? And the same people who will look at somebody who left Liberia and went abroad and improved himself, and he's coming back, and they call him stranger. But there are the same people who working very hard, taking all the money and sending their children abroad. How twisted will your mind will be? So, what impression are you giving your children? That somebody studies abroad, works there, improves his life, he comes back, and you call him stranger, but you're taking your son or daughter and sending him there to go? It's simply. So, when your son or daughter comes back tomorrow, how would they call them? Twisted mind. So these people who you have been voting for, electing all the years, one of the reasons why the CPP must win, because I'm giving you reasons. The first reason was the country is disintegrating. So we need somebody who can fix it. The second reason is these people who have been voting for all the time, electing over and over, they are now alternative. They cannot make it. They know, some of them know what to do to make your life good, but they refuse to do it. Because if they improve your life, you will be like their children. Then who will be able to vote for their children in the future? Hmm? Let me give you some analogy. See the white people. I live with white people, and I told my white people. I told my the pure white people who did not colonize anybody around the world. They travel. That nonsense they talk about Christopher Columbus discovered America, that lot of the Vikings. The people, because they were the first seafarers. Okay, the people, because they were so selfish that they don't want to mix up with anybody. They never colonized anybody, even until now. They still got that thing in their blood. They're running. You can't take it from there. These people ain't enough. And white men, the reason why white men will not want to improve the life of another person, especially Africans, why God made us in a way that the whole of Africa, we got all the resources that human being needs to live. These people do not have it. I'm telling you, travel around the white people country, the white world, especially in Europe, when you see iron ore, if they bless, they get some kind of small piece of iron ore somewhere, they're proud of it. Like in Norway, I went to some kind of small town, about 5 hours away from here. We went there one time, they got some kind of small iron ore mine. In fact, they did not mine a long time. They get that good grade iron ore. I know iron ore from Liberia. That's when I tell you, right, you get it. Hmm? These people do not have it. The very, very, very cell phone that we use, there's something inside the cell phone. I know I forgot the name. I know Kota or Koba or what. It's found in Congo. In the entire Africa, it's found in Congo. You got uranium in Africa. Iron ore, yeah, abundant. Copper that Plato. Diamond, that all. Oil, it was in Nigeria, Libya, other countries. And some countries in Europe do not even have anything like that. Then look at the trees, the mahogany, all the beautiful trees that we got, the furniture. They will cut our tree and bring it to Europe. They make it a chair, then they send it back, then we buy it. You know the reason why the women keep us down? Because if they improve us, if they make us to know what they know about these things, and we start to work our trees, making beautiful furnitures, some of our trees can produce very good herb, very good medicine, curable medicine for diseases. If we have good doctors in Africa that can do research and come out with good medicine, the white people will not be facing penicillin. Look at, I came here, then I got to know that nobody can take penicillin, and that penicillin will take in that bureau. Terramazine, you're not here. Ampicillin, you're not here. Chloroquine, you're not here. The only thing I know that here, fences are not here, but the equivalence of fences here is paracetamol or Panadol. But they said they make it and send it to Africa, and we buy it, we take it. Because they don't want to improve us. If they improve us and we become smart, they will not have chance to go and exploit those things from us. Because we can make it. So why would we need one white skin guy with blue eyes to come sit down and tell us that you want to do this, you want to do that?
I want the pee toilet.
So, like I was saying, if they improve you, if they make us to be like them, you know what will happen to them? They will not have the opportunity to get those things from us. They will, in fact, become working for our workers. So, what they do, they create a condition that if you're smart enough, yeah, you You go somewhere and the people look at it and say, oh, you know what, man, they're setting the job here, you too qualified for the job. So we want some because we don't want to pay you big money. Hey man. So you think why the person went to school? Hmm? Can you imagine? So the white man, and I was talking about the white man not in Liberia, but I'm talking about the white man to give you the reason why the politicians in Liberia keep you down so that time like this, the election time, that they will bring beggar right. They bring one old boss and pack you inside, say you can go vote, you can go turn it off for us. Then they give you one t-shirt. Amen. T-shirt, t-shirt. I got a whole room full of clothes. Clothes for both me, my entire family. A full on. What to do it? And the reason why, not about all clothes, but when my kids were being born, people got it plenty. So they want to get rid of it. So they want to give you all clothes, then we bought some. We send some Africa, it stay full. Can you imagine? Then for t-shirt, somebody will take, I get in the car, I'll get one t-shirt. Right now, I hear our neighbors, the United Party people, they say no more t-shirt. So people are walking around, you get anybody t-shirts, they can go, they'll go because they want to wear t-shirt. And that's what the politicians want to do. They keep you down. They keep you at the lowest step so that this ladder, you will never have the opportunity to climb this ladder to be like them, like their children. No, never ever. So they will keep suppressing you. When time like this come, like election time, then they come, they say, oh yeah, we're ready to do good for them now. Because they know you and you know them. Then they begin to give you t-shirts. They begin to give you um $5, bag of rice. Because you yourself, you don't know what you want. Because if you know what you want, the politician will not be treating you like that. And the same thing with Africa, because Africans we don't know what we want. That's why the white men treat us like that. They take our own natural resources, then we tell them to buy from them. So one of the reasons why the CPP must win is that, and don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you the CPP is the perfect group of people. No, 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 no. But at least they're telling you, they're telling you what they will do and the character of people in the CPP, especially at the top echelon. Mr. Cummings, nobody had any problem with him in Liberia when it comes to corruption. He has not worked in government for anybody to show his fingerprint, no one piece of document on him. And even where he worked for many years and rose to the top, nobody, Liberians, they are good researchers, right? They know how to lie. So if there was anything on Mr. Cummings from Kugukula, yeah, here's a man, they say the men are gay. And all the people say the men are gay. One person can show anybody who confessed to being partner to Mr. Cummings, both in America, all over the world, all the places he work. But of course, they say like gay. And then the people whose minds are made up, like people who can think for themselves, they buy it. So if these people had anything on Mr. Cummings, like corruption or whatever, they will be flying away all over the place, but none. And this man worked in the international world at a higher level. You were not no office boy. Councillor Charlie Bronsky, she's a world-learned lawyer, smart young lady, and I think a big businesswoman. So she doesn't have any thing about her about Liberian government people money. But the people you see fighting to stay in government. No. Two things you should know. The people they know nothing. About anything else. In the government they know about. And they know the only place they can get money from is government. And how do they get that money from government? Government is not manufacturing money. It's your taxes. It's the money that belongs to you. Your social security money to secure your future when you owe. The money that is sort of used to pay your children's school fees. That's the money they come to steal from you. So that's why they want to be there. But because you know them, so you're there and you appreciate them for what they are. Okay, so that was the second reason that these people who are masquerading around here are only there to get rich from you, to steal from you, to keep you down, to make your life miserable so that you will depend on them. So they are not alternative for you, for your life, for your future, for nothing. Then my third reason, I told you those were my personal reasons why the CPP must win. My third reason, the CPP is telling you, is giving you blueprint. You know, those of you who get horses, I told one guy who went in the bush and caught stakes and king and juke in the ground. Even I think everything goes with blueprint. Even if you're building your little mud house, you went and call it say juke in the ground, no, you're not just juke zigzag, you're juke pattern. Okay, here will be the room, here will be the other room, here will be the other room, here will be the kitchen. That's a blueprint right there. Even if that blueprint is not on paper, but in your mind, there's a blueprint. And it is based on that blueprint that your construction or whatever you want to build will be based on. So the CPP is telling you, no, look, this is what we want to do to make this country better, to fix this country. And that's a very important reason to ever vote for any party. Because at the end of the day, you, the voters, will have something to hold this party to standard. You will say, you told us that the other room, the hall that you were building, the room was going to be to the left, and the other side, the bathroom was going to be between here. But how come? Unless I come to you, I say I want to build hall. I don't tell you how the hall will be. Whether that big hall or that small hall, nothing. I just start building the hall. So you know, boy, at the end of the day, when I build my house, even no bathroom on it, you can't ask me why you put. I didn't tell you that I'm going to put bathroom on the house. I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you how my house was going to be. So the blueprint that the CPV is offering, they're telling you that we will do this, we will do that, we will do several things. Okay, unlike other parties who are telling you elect us because we know how to steal your money. Elect us because we've been there all the time. We've been in government for over 40 years. We don't want to know how to do it. We don't want to know how to see. And you say, oh, yeah. The people, they know how to see from all well. They've been there all the time. The CPB is giving you a blueprint. If you want to build your house, whether that modern house or that something that Zinsha, first of all, even if you don't have that blueprint on paper, you know in your mind what you want to build, what kind of house you want to build. How many rooms you want, uh, where the living room will be, or even no living room, but where the rooms will be, you know. But somebody just get and start digging the ground, putting things. At the end of the day, you can't hold a man responsible because the man will tell you, I did not tell you that I want to do it this way. I did not offer you any blueprint. So the CPP is offering you a blueprint. And at the end of the day, you will be able, you the voters, when you should have voted, you will be able to hold them responsible and say, no, this is what you said you were going to do. Unless parties who will come and ride on their past glory, failed past glory, that they make you to believe that we're good, and say we've been there for 25, 40, 50 years. And ask yourself, what did you do for me when you were there for 25 years, 30 years? They think that's simple thing. But I don't know why Liberian voters find it so difficult to draw line. Because if I tell you I can do this thing, and I've been there for all the year, and you see I do it, it's simple for you to know that I cannot do it. You don't need any rocket scientists to come and tell you, the rocket scientists to come and open book and explain it to you. But that was the third reason why the CPP must win this. I'm saying must. I'm not saying should. I say they must win these elections because they are clearly giving you their blueprint. They are clearly giving you their plans. Unlike the other parties that will come and say we've been there for 25 years, we're there for 12 years, so we didn't want to know it. Well, you know that you then doing 12 years that you want to come to. And the United Party, what I don't understand about them. They've just been in opposition for 6 years and they are desperate like this. Hmm? Ah, Liberian voters, you start asking yourselves, why? Hmm? What did happen? Oh, we take a break. And we'll take a musical break and I'll show you the crowd. And the reason why I'll show you the crowd is because these people are saying that the CPP does not have number. Yes, we agree. CPP is 7%, we agree. Hmm? CPP is not growing, we agree. But, hmm, hmm, why are you cheating? Why are you afraid? Why? Why? You get all the number. Why are you afraid?
Ladies and gentlemen, the process has begun. Are you ready? Are you ready? Come on, make some noise! Now, rise from your seats and let's celebrate! Are you trying to be one? Are you trying to be one? Baby, love will be one. Are you trying to be one? Are you going to say you'll be one? Are you trying to be one? Are you trying to be one? Hey, yeah, boy, yeah. All right. As I say, man, get the next one to a one. Get the next one in for me. I didn't know what's on the key. Okay, I'm about to say, man. You're decent, say, man. I was on the Komoyaka. Okay, you might get the Cabin, I was on the Marocco. I knew I was and I am one back up here. I get Charlie, see you out. I get Charlie, see you. I get Charlie, see you. Jimmy, do you? I said, I go down the back end. I get Charlie, see you. I get Charlie, see you. I get Mose, see you. Charlie, let me ask you, you get Mose, you get Mose, you get Mose, you get Mose. Lord, Charlie, see you. See you. I said, I don't get it, man. You're Charlie, see you. Charlie, see you. Yeah. See you. Charlie, see you. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Hey! CPP. I said CPP. Hey! Come on. CPP. Here we go. As we want to fix this country, we want you to come and join us. No one is leaving behind. We will walk, we will struggle till we gain our victory. Fix up to fix up too. Fix up too. Johnny, fix up too. Fix up too. Johnny, fix up too. All the ladies, where are you? Make some noise. Are you ready? One yours. One yours. One yours. One yours. All them ladies, one yours. Walk, walk, one yours. Walk, walk, one yours. Shake it, shake yours. Shake yours. Shake yours. Shake yours. Shake yours. See people, I try to move them. They love a bear. I will see you moving. I try to move them. Hey, yeah, all right. Like a giant see you out. Like a giant see you. See you. Like a giant see you. Chivity, you. I said, I go down the pattern. Like a giant see you. See you. Like a giant see you.
Okay, I was just doing an aerial view of the crowd yesterday, and I heard people, or I saw people writing that there was nobody at this uh, launch in Kakata, Margibi County, and I laughed. I just laughed, right? I just laughed. You see, honestly, the Liberian people are getting to know the truth. The truth crushed to the ground shall rise again. The truth is something that never dies very easily. You can crush it, you can match it, you can press it, you can do anything with it. You can even put it in your suitcase and lock it up, but it will wake up. And the Liberian people, all is not lost. There are sound Liberians that people stay thinking. And those are the people who will actually decide the fate of Liberia comes October 10. And my message to the people of Liberia, I'm not talking about people whose mind are made up, who call themselves Liberians and the rest of the people are not Liberians. Those of us who are not Liberian, but we're thinking, I'm talking to you people. Make the difference. No, you can't have the same group of people. In fact, how did people arrive at a decision that they are the only Liberians? That will say, if you do support UP, then you're not Liberian, you're not patriotic. Okay? So they say the Liberian people have made up their mind. So the other people that behind George Weah, the other people that behind Mr. Cummings, the other people that behind all the other political parties, they are not Liberians. Only the people behind UP are Liberians. Liberian people now make up their mind. I'm a Liberian, so you went in my head to know that my mind is made up. And this is the result of desperation. When you are desperate, you do anything. A desperate man will go the extra mile just to do anything. You saw this crowd, that you will say, oh, let me put it back again. That you will say, nobody knows Mr. Cummings, nobody knows the CPP. Look at the people, they are not Liberians. Just one city of Kakata. The people, they're not Liberians. I'll show you all the pictures. Are the people not Liberians? Who are they? They from Mars? Who are they? That, if you support the United Party, you are the only patriot, you are the only Liberian. Then your mind is made up. But the rest of the people might not made up. In fact, they didn't get mine. And nobody, and the interesting thing about this United Party people and CPP is that they put this number 7% from 2017 until now. The number is still 7%, right? So, well, some people die from the CPP, but that number stays 7%. They can't come down, it can't go up. That number is very stagnant. And so then the United Party, they had a 450,000 votes from 2017. They still lock up. They're not even campaigning. They will sit down. Then voting day, we are going to open it and show it to next Then when finish, close it again. Delusion, illusion, desperation. No, I will tell you something. The sound-minded people in Liberia, ask yourself, this group, they were there for 12 years, nothing they did. They are in opposition for 6 years, not even quite 6 years, and you see them running up and down like they hate chicken, chicken that in your head. Then you should know that something is wrong. So ask yourself, what is wrong? Just 6 years, you were there 12 years, the other people waited. But just 6 years, you out and you running up and down like this. That you will do anything, you will dance with the devil just so you can come back. Hey man, like bro, you're not scared, you ask yourself. What is so much? Ask yourself, so something is wrong. Oh, me, if I were a Liberian lady, I'll ask myself, why? You are there 6 years, 12 years. You just out 6 years, you running up and down. That you will dance with the devil, you'll do everything possible. There is something you know that we don't know. I'll begin to be suspicious. So Liberians, the sound manner Liberian, I want you all to be suspicious. You think what these people want. They are unfinished houses that they started building 2017 were not finished. They won't finish it. They have seen that CDC has raked the country. They want to follow pattern. And like I said, I always said this. We shouldn't even have anything called unity party around these elections. Okay? We shouldn't have anything called unity party. Number one, that's a bunch of hypocrites. Ellen Johnson, that these people can even begin to say bad things about Ellen Johnson, hypocrites. Number two, a bunch of thieves. 12 years. If you are colonized, America has colonized Liberia for 12 years, or any other rich European country has colonized Liberia for 12 years, Liberia will be better off than it is. You are just 12 years, you do nothing. And you want to come back for the third time and probably go another 12 years again. And you think the Liberian people so stupid that will say that you go around, Liberian people are man. So the other people that are not voting for you or that are not supporting you, they are not Liberians. You live in Liberians. The shock that you will get at the end of the day, somebody, I don't want to say that one say. But I'm talking to the sober-minded Liberians. Because if you're thinking differently from them, then you are not Liberian. If you are not decided to vote for them, you are not Liberian. In their own mind. Ask yourself what they want. Why are they so desperate? Just 6 years in opposition, they're running up and down when they were there for 12 years. Okay. Nobody needs to tell you that the Unity Party is trying to come back to rake the country. They will use broom, the electric broom, they will sweep everything. Because who will be there to put check on them? And like I said, we shouldn't have anything called Unity Party. A Georgia government had audited these people. The few of them who running around here, those ones that stole big money, they gone. They relaxing, they're not talking. But the few of them who are building their houses that were not complete, those few deputy ministers who were there who know the loophole, how to steal. Every time I listen to them on different talk shows, I pinch myself. Oh, I see why. I see why they're so desperate to come back. Because they know all the loopholes. Those deputy ministers, those, assistant ministers, those directors, they want to come back to be minister proper. Because they know the loopholes. And you Liberian, you there, you walking around, you hungry, you sick, you can't get hospital to go to, your mom made up to suffer. And I will continue to preach this. If your mind is made up to suffer, there are some Liberians who are not willing to suffer. And because you have made up your mind to go and vote bad government and then put that bad government on the people, the few sound people, God will not see your welcome through. God hate ugly. God hate ugly. call it batting at all. And this is why the CPP will win these elections. Because, no, ask yourself, what can you say about Mr. Cummings? Corruption wise. I'm not Liberian people. It is United people, United Party people, or CDC. If they have anything about Mr. Cummings, about corruption, you see them wrecking it all over the place. When they fabricated lie that he's okay, they carried that one all. Waiting more element have been corrupt. If Mr. Cummings was even found to be corrupt in his company that he worked. He worked with Pace Perfume, and he also worked with Coca-Cola. If there were anything on Mr. Cummings in any of those places, the guy will be running away all over the place. They would have painted a big, but they can't find anything. They say he gay. Okay, the man are gay. You show somebody who confessed to him now. You can't. Then the man who fabricated a lie, he say he lied. But the people who carry the news, they listen to that power. Yeah, God is patient. And God can fight battle different. God can fight battle different way. The way you think God will fight your battle, you can fight like that. That the people who destroy, who conspired, who conglomerated to destroy the CPP, that today they themselves are being destroyed, that they themselves are breaking apart. Mr. Cummings did not have the power to fight them, but God knows that he could do it. So the first thing he did was to free Mr. Cummings from that nonsense. And then God put a wedge. You know what a wedge is? Like maybe you open your door, every time you open your door, you can close by yourself, you take a little piece of thing, you put it there between it to open it, to keep it open. That's a wedge. You can split things apart. God put a wedge between them or among them. I listened to Beno Narire when he complained about Job. I can say, look, Ben, you shouldn't, let me tell you, Beno Narire, the mistake he made, if he's feeling it, number one, nobody, no other politician in Liberia can trust Beno Narire to even say he's going with collaboration in another party. They will not trust him. And people will be doubtful about his party voters. They conspired against innocent person. And then God exposed all of them. That Beno Narire can be talking about JMB. Hey man, that Costa and all. Costa, you even said you gave up your senatorial ambition just to make JMB president. Now there was this thing on it. We didn't know. Today, Today, I can tell you, Costa, you will have been a force to reckon with in this political dispensation, this particular time. But where are you now? You put yourself behind the curtains. Simply because you wanted to destroy an innocent man. And God can fight battle different way. Imagine your David killing a Goliath. So whatever you do will come back to you. And Liberians, I will tell you that Mr. Cummings is saint. He's not a saint. Every human being are flawed. But there are good people still. That's why God chose. If you look at God, that God made us, God chose people to do certain things. If you read the Bible, you know that God chose people for different purposes. When there was war, God chose people to fight that war. And when there was good thing to happen, God chose people to do it. So Mr. Cummings could just be that person that God had chosen to take the country out of this nightmare. And not that Mr. Cummings will open the heavens and things start dropping, no. But all Liberians we need system. The rest of the world, the international community, the whole community of nations, everybody, they got system that they live by. And when that system is working, things will go okay. No, you see, one thing I like about these white people, they obey rules. The system works. Here, it's almost a social welfare country. If you're not working, you can go to the government, you get money. Because nobody allowed to die with hunger. And what kind of money people get? the same money we work for. They take the taxes from us. They all pay so much tax. They take it from us, they put it one side. Because they know that tomorrow I'll get sick. If I get sick, that's the money I'll go to ask them for. So they force us to pay the tax. Imagine you work here, you pay like $1,000 tax. Can you imagine? One person you pay $1,000 tax. So we got 4.5 million people in the country, over 4.5 million. So maybe 1 million that workforce, or let's say 3 or 4 million, 2 or 2.5 million that workforce. So he's subtracting all our money from everybody every month. That big money. Then the businesses paying again. That big. So they put our money somewhere, but our money is working. When Ebola, I mean, when Corona came, they gave all of us permission to leave the job, and we're getting paid. Okay, so the system works. Another system that should be working is law and order. I don't want to use myself as an example. Just from last year June to, was it August? Yeah. No, the end of July. From last year June to the end of July, I paid $1,000 for traffic, for speeding traffic. And at 2 different occasions. But the funny thing was, my first offense, I was fined for speeding. The police chased me in the traffic and they grabbed me because somebody actually reported me that I was speeding, and the police was right around there. When they called the police, they just described what is the car, why does the car look like, and where is he heading? And in the next 10-15 minutes, I saw the police behind me. They stopped me. The guy pulled me over and said, you're running, even though you're lying, trying to say a friend was in the traffic. I mean, a friend was sitting in that parking and he saw me, which of course, if it was true, he would give me the write-up of my crime, like how many kilometers I'll go in, and the picture of my car, because the camera will take me. But I lie. So me, I know, as you go out in the traffic, I know what happened. Somebody I illegally, I ordered 3 cars in a row. So because I actually rushing, I ordered 3 cars in a row, one of them, because the guy chased me. I remember the guy chased me, keep close to me to make sure that I got my license plate and slow down. So when the police came and knew stress, I mean, what happened? And the guy found me $700. That was in June. Okay, last year. And I divided that money. I said I'll pay $50 every month, and they agree. So I'll pay $50 every month. So the last payment was in August. Then this in August, I came from the same road in the night. They were part of traffic. The camera is on. It should be 80 room. I drove 90 room. I actually forgot in that because it was late in the morning, around 2 o'clock. I was so sleepy. So I was spent, and then I got another fine of 300, which I'm paying now. So you see, just within the space of 1 year, I pay $1,000 for traffic speeding. Something that people can do in Liberia and even go kill people and go free. Because no system, no law. Here, say that thing happened to me in the space of 1 year, I got fined like that, and then I received a warning from the police that if it happens within another 1 year again, I might get problem with my license. And this is a license I pay more than almost $10,000 for. So I can't lose it. Right now, the license is worth $10,000 in this country. A lot of people not getting driver license. It's very expensive. Over $10,000. You got to do different things. You got to do it for night driving to test your vision, because in a country, that country, winter coming will be in the darkness from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 9 o'clock in the morning. Is dark, and that means I'm working. So they got to make sure your vision is good for night driving. So you got to do compulsory. You got to pass that one, night driving. Then the slippery driving. Send the country a snow country. 7 more in the winter. So you got to pass that one. It's compulsory. Then the ordinary driving and the traffic rules and all these things. Then you got to go take test with the driving school. Then from the driving school, you got to go take test with the police, the traffic department, and all that one. Okay? Those of us who are foreigners, you got to do it in their language. The people who are born here, they're failing and they're waiting for they're working for way Liberia. So you suffer, you pay all that money. And for you to, so here, they say don't drink and drive. My man, you can buy your beer in a car with you driving. You swallow your spit, you want to drink that beer. But get the smell. The moment they pull you over, the first thing, they can do normal control, and then sometimes they can just go park somewhere quick. You see, I had a police friend. He told me, say, you see, the people can be controlling around here. They're not from here. They come from far place. They're driving. They two police guys, and maybe they get in a police car driving when they can. They say, "Man, let's stop here." And when they start, they'll catch somebody out of speeding or something. And they kind of police stop for 5 minutes, they'll catch somebody. You see? So the rules are there. And even if you're driving here, you see a broken, all police car breakdown, for example, no car can break down easily, though. But let's say the police car breakdown, you see it. Let's see it, you check. The first thing you put your phone on break. Okay? Because the rules are there. And so we are so afraid. Imagine that 10,000, I mean, the 1,000 I'm paying free money. I can send that money to Africa. You can do something. But I'm paying the free for running when I'm not supposed to even be running in the first place. But again, in a country where there is law, things will always be okay. They say don't drink and drive. So now we go to Liberian party. We had our July 26th a few weeks ago. Imagine all my beer in the car, one drink, but hey, on my way back home, I say, hey, God, I can't wait the 3 hours to get home. I was just waiting. I said, hey, God, let me get home. Let me cool my chest. You see it? Kind of abide by the rules. And those are the things that are absent in Liberia. No system. Okay? The social welfare system in this country is effective. Woman pregnant, 7, 8, 9 months, you get $10,000 for that baby, that unborn baby. And that baby will be getting 100 or 100 some more dollars every month. Every month once it's born. But that $10,000 you get it cash down, or you can divide, you can decide how to get it. Some people will take it cash down. Okay, for the baby, not for you, for the baby. So if you are born in 5 children, you'll be getting 10,000 times 5, that 50,000 right there. But don't think a big money, because you got to take care of the children. That money can go in no time. You'll not believe it. But I mean, the point I'm making is that people born children like that they can't even pay hospital bill, that the hospital will hold them captive, they and the babies. See, no system. So those people who went out, the likes of Mr. Cummings and all the other people who came from out with experience in the outside world, they want to introduce us in our country. Then you jump on and say, oh, we don't know you, you stranger. But you know Joe Biden who have been there for all those years, your life not improving, but I want you know. Or you know, or John Brown who been there for all the years. And the same people, you elect them, they frustrate you, then you turn around and cry. You born your children grow, all of you stay living in the same house. Liberia is the only country where I see 50-year-old youth. You see the man, all a beer looking a while, a gray, then here a children, they beyond one politician. We the youth, the man there with grandchildren, he said, we the youth. Can you imagine? Because your heart tells you that you're not supposed to be more than that, more than what you are. That's what your heart tells you. And God didn't make you like that. And then the politicians, they subjugate you to that. They reduce you to nothing. Then at time like this, political time like this, they come and say, oh, no, they're doing good for you. I see a Unity Party people talking about t-shirt fitting, they look for t-shirt. Right now, even if I carry t-shirt to Liberia, group of t-shirt and say, you people, you can wear the t-shirt, you see them running for it. Because somebody want to wear t-shirt. So you become UP man by force. And I see the crowd thing in small Memorial, the same crowd that can go beyond coming, the same crowd that can go beyond Boaka, the same crowd can go beyond Chowia. Then they post, oh, we get a crowd. It's stupid. You want this stupid thing that you get crowd. How many people in Memorial? The country is around 5 million people. And you get 16 counties. Then you get few group of hungry people who just go around all the politicians, looking for t-shirt to wear, looking for money, looking for somewhere the less busy. But ask yourself, okay, if you want to test the crowd, this one, the people who say they get the crowd, this is a test for you. Let your go to SKD. Send your get the largest crowd, right? Go to SKD. The same day, no violence. You want to test the crowd thing in Liberia. Joshua go to SKD. UP go to ATS. Mr. Cummings go to the park. We know because one of the biggest places I know in like the open place I don't know what it looks like now, but where they got the invincible power. You know, that if you remember when Ring had Bon kicking the like they had that open air crusade there, it's a big era. So anywhere that can take any big number of people, then all the other party then that boasting or they cry, all of y'all go somebody same day. They want no fighting business. We just want to test the crowd. All of y'all go to your favorite spots where you think you can pull the crowd and see how many people will be behind you. So we all come from Montreal. How big is Montreal? Tell me. Or you want to tell me you people have born new people, you have made new people? So why the census results stands at 5 million, around 5 million? Eh? Who you're fooling? The same people who can go beyond Boakat, the same people who can go beyond Joshua, same people who can go beyond Cummings. The moment when people are less busy, and some of them looking for food to eat, it's not a fault that they're looking for food to eat. It's because the politicians have made them like that to become dependent, especially at time like this. So the people they're looking for anywhere to be because they know this is their only chance. After that, when you all win, they will not see you again anymore. So you make them destitute, you make them dependent, you make them to be hopeless. So that political time like this, you can't to be the savior. You can't just say you want to rescue. I listen to normally Kanga too much. You want to be, you know what the word rescue, you know what it means? The word rescue. You know what I mean? Then you been senator for almost 2 terms. You are not doing anything. So people should be rescuing these people from you. Normally Kanga, you shouldn't be rescuing. It's just like you bring war, you're killing the people, then you say, oh no, I want to save the people.
Papa, I want to drink cold water glass.
So they come, they say we want to rescue. And then some of you running all over the place with your Jenna, you got hair on your shoulder. Yeah, we you can rescue us. Yeah. Ask yourself, who made you like that in the first place? Who made you destitute before they want to rescue you? The same people. They just like I grab you, I beat you. I hear you all when I go, I start feeling sorry for you. Hey, sorry, why I did it in the first place? So you who want to do the crowd thing here, you go. Let Jovia go to SKD, that largest place. Poraka, you go to ATS, Mr. Cummings, go to one and then open one place. Let's see all the crowd people. Tomorrow, now you have 500 people. Eh? So what the CPV did in Margibi yesterday was very, very impressive. Wait, listen, I gotta shoot me. I let to bring witness. Okay. The CPV, when they were in Margibi, the crowd they put on, it was very impressive. Nobody can deny this. Eh? Look at. So you say CPV gave only 7%. Yeah, we agree. They are not grown. From 2017, it's still 7%, right? It's still 7%, we agree. But look at this. It's impressive crowd. Okay? Impressive crowd. And if you go all around the country, it will be the same. Okay? So that Monrovia, the point I'm making is that Monrovia, the crowd is there. But that crowd, how big is it? That when Joshua go, it's almost the same number of people. Anytime JMP goes somewhere, almost the same number of people. When Mr. Comey was in district 13 or district 4 somewhere, look at the crowd they pull. So tell me how many people in that Memorial? So it's the same group rotating. Oh, who going tomorrow? Oh, that Mr. Comey, oh, where are you going tomorrow? You're going to Vala. Oh, I will be there. Tomorrow, who going? That Joe, where are you going? You going 0.4. Okay, we'll be there. That's what happened in Memorial. So don't get carried away with that crowd thing. And I'm very happy that the CPB is the first political party to launch its campaign outside of Monrovia, at least to test the real strength of the crowd. We understand somebody, the other politician, we heard that, I don't know whether it's true or not, somebody went somewhere, they were booing them. Of course, those are normal things in politics. But test your strength somewhere outside of your comfort zone, then we'll know. And people say, come in, get base. Okay, come in, get bail, but you can go to Kakada and pull this crowd. Good. Yeah, Jima, Cisco. That's a fact. That's the point I'm trying to make. If they all assemble the same day, Mr. Cummings, Mr. Parker, Mr. Weir, they all assemble the same day at different places. Let's see the crowd. Let's see who will be who. 90,000 registered voters. You're right, Emmanuel. So they 90,000 will email. Joshua go to SKD because we saw the crowd that they pulled the last time. And that crowd, uh, somebody can argue that it was around 30, 25, 30,000. Then JMB go on the other side. So let's just allocate it. And remember that all the people not coming, all the 90 the registered voters, all not coming all. If you lost in, they all not coming all. So some of them will be going to work, some of them sick, some of them they busy doing different things. Some of them get registered at 14 days to go for and come home. In all of them can go to lunch or to program. So 900,000, not 90,000. Yeah, 900,000. So imagine that all these people are spread up at one day or at different points on one day beyond a political candidate. Then you see the fair difference. That it is the same people who go from one event to another. When we in Liberia a long time ago, or 1997, 98, they used to have the group called Party, Wedding, and Wake. Okay? They go everywhere. They get a spoon in their pocket. When they hear that there's a wedding somewhere, they go there, they crush it, they eat. Then they ask, where's the next party? Then they go there. That's the people. And at certain time again, they say they have group that can cry. When somebody die, you hire them and they will cry for you. You know, it's something that you gotta be very smart to read between. But me, I mean, like you gotta support the CPP. And now I'm not an ANC member. I'm not a member of any political party, but I can support to the fullest with my blood, my vein, my everything. Okay, so I'm very impressed about what happened in Margibi yesterday, and I think the CPP should continue on that footing. Every country you go to, and I will also tell you, the CPP, those of you who are on the campaign trail, I mean, it's late to do some of the kind of strategy, but it can still work. Those of you who are visiting areas, when you go, don't go call it big rally with the intention that when you're going to Banga. Yes, you can do it, but look for opinion leaders, people that can relate to their people. I've been on campaign trail before. I said it today in my podcast. I was on Taylor campaign, and I know how effective we were. Small group of people who only effectively were full with our driver fire. But we were effective everywhere we went. Meet the community heads, the community people, their head. Once you get a head, you get them. The country people, that's how they operate. So, I think my time is fast spent. I want to be very grateful to you for spending some time with me. And let me also say the few reasons I gave today why the CPP must win, they are very genuine. Number one, the country is disintegrating. That was my first reason. So we need somebody who can fix it, or else we'll lose everything. The land mass will be there, but our human resource, everything will go. Number two, the Unity Party and all the other parties, they are not the alternative because they've been there, they've been tested. If I say I can claim, and you give me the ladder, say my man can claim, and I can't claim, then what more excuse do I have? I must claim to prove myself. The Bible says, study to show thyself a workman approved, not to be ashamed. So if you know you can do something, do it, prove it. You've been there 12 years, you don't do nothing. You're in opposition for 6 years, then you're running up and down all over the place. There is something you want to do. You want to go steal. So to put it simple. Then the third reason I gave is that Mr. Cummings and Charlie, Councillor Charlie Bronski, they are clean characters. People can tell me any kind of way. You can say anything, say what you like about them. They are clean characters. I know Liberian people. If there was something about Mr. Cummings concerning corruption, bad management at those various places he worked, they would have ducked it a long time and be using it. They lie on the man, they say men are gay. Nobody up to today can point out somebody who confessed to being gay with Mr. Cummings, because gay, you can't be gay to yourself. Even if you want to police, you can't be want to police to yourself. So, and the man who came and made that false allegation, the man came back and confessed, but still they don't listen to that one. They go around. Okay, yeah, fine. So they have found nothing against the man. So Liberian people, there are two groups of people in Liberia right now. Yeah? The Bwaka people, they are the only Liberian. They say if you're not supporting Bwaka, then you are not Liberian. So they say their minds are made up. The Liberian people minds are made up. The other people, I know who are we? Whether we from, I know where. We're from somewhere. So I want you to begin to think about your future. It's all about you. Let not these elections be about the people who we electing. No. You elect them, but ask yourself, if you're like, I bring food, you hungry man, I bring food, I say, go get food. And the first thing, you hungry, you ain't no food to eat. Then I bring all the good food, I say, go get. The first thing that will run to your mind, yeah. But when I go get food, wow, I'll eat some. And you know you're hungry, you don't get food. Then I bring the food, I say, go get. So what you start to think, yeah, let me say I'm gonna go get food, but what there for me, I'll eat across there, the crocs, without eat or something. So ask about yourself. Yeah, you're one or two elect, and we've been letting you go over, waiting there for us. What would benefit? Ask a simple question. Ask them a simple question about how. They will not answer you. But Mr. Cummings, the CPB is telling you we will do this. They are giving you blueprint. I told you earlier on, if you want to build a house or anything you want to do, you must have a plan for it. Even if in that morning hall that it's in right you want to build, you got to have some kind of thing in your head. You say, okay, our Juki stay here. This side will be the living room. The other side will be the kitchen. That's a blueprint right there. So at the end of the day, if you complete this house and no kitchen on it, somebody can ask you, say, but the last thing you said you're going to put a kitchen here, no kitchen there. That means you made mistake. But Joshua stood in front of your Liberian people and say, I didn't do anything for you. I didn't promise you anything. You elected me. So you can't hold him responsible. He tell you do this. He has even done well according to him. But Mr. Kume is saying that we'll do this. The economy will attack it this way. Corruption will attack it this way. He said we'll do this, and this is how we'll do it. And it's very easy for me to come to you and say, I'll bring down the heaven. So ask me how you do it, how you bring down the heaven that your hand can reach to. And if I explain to you and give you convincing reason, then you can now believe that I can do it. You know, I think it was Galileo, one of the scientists. He said he could move the whole world because the earth is hanging, the whole world is hanging. He said he can roll it, he can move it. But then the question he asked himself is, where will I stand? Because I'm standing on the earth now. So in order for him to move this earth, I cannot be standing on this earth to move it. But if you give me something else that I can stand on, I can move this earth because it's round. I can push it, it will move in space. It can move. The earth can actually move. That's why it's rotating. It can hanging, it can move. But then he asked himself, I know it can move, but where will I stand to be able to push it for it to move? See? So if the politicians come to you, they say, I will improve your life. I will ask them how you will do it. And Mr. Kwame is telling you why he will do and how he will do it. So I want you, as you go to vote, you should ask yourself, what's in there for me? You bring your rice, you say, I should cook it. Will I eat some? Is there anything there for me? I will taste it. Ask yourself. Don't just be the conduit. Do not just be the conduit through which these people pass to go to power while you stay there. Eh? It get at the point, the point that they put under the roof for the water to pass through. You can't hold the water. They put water pass through that point, you can't, or we take it, we put it in our hands, make it cool, we drink it. But that point, not holding the water, you're passing through it. That's how the politician use you. And then you say you know them. Yeah, you know them, and they know you too. So they know what you need. No, I'm gonna waste my time, man. They say the people that are here, they will hear. We say that we talk 100 years, you'll say your mans are made, or your mans are made, or you go. But ask yourself, what's in there for me? I mean that because we just gotta keep telling you. Ask yourself, what's in there for me? What's in there? Eh? What's in there for me? Ask yourself that question. What's in there for me? Let me say thank you to a few of the people. Let me just recognize a few people here. Emmanuel Faflin. Emmanuel, I hope I always pronounce this your last name Fa or Faflin. Fae. No, Fae. Fae. The E takes precedence. So it's Faflin. I want to believe Faflin. I don't know, but Emmanuel, you can call me and tell me how to pronounce your name. I don't want to be pronouncing it wrong. Then Chadela Brown Chuluple was also here, and Dodie Davis were watching from Rhode Island. Yeah, okay, fifth line. Yeah, I know. Man, our classroom teacher, long time, elementary teacher also. Phonetics, I try my best with it because if you teach a student any wrong word, will carry it throughout. I learned some wrong word from some of my teacher long time until later I got to know the correct pronunciation. That is very word pronunciation. People say pronunciation, not pronounce because when you look at the first word, they pronounce the verb pronounce. So then when you go pronounce, you say pronunciation. It's not pronunciation, it's pronunciation by right. Okay, like listen, Listen. People say listing. It's not listing, it's not listing, it's listen. The T is very silent. It's Listen. Listen. That one of the problem I had when I started working as a journalist, the white guy who was teaching us, that guy would keep me in the studio. I'll pronounce one word for a whole day almost. And I miss those days. The guy will maybe pronounce on listen. I pronounce that word for complete almost 2 days. Every day you can say, you know how to say now? I said, no, sir. It's okay, try. You can make it. Okay. So Emmanuel stay here with me and Chima Cisco. I thank all of you for being here, and this is our country. The reason why we sit here, I work all day today. I'm going to work tomorrow, but the reason why some of us sit here and talk is because we all cannot be on the ground to run a campaign and to explain to our people why we do this. I don't do it because I need anything in Liberia. No, by the grace of God, where I am, I can breathe, I can drink water, I can eat. That's true, of course. The thing here that our country there, but we can understand each other anyway. The way we talk, we can understand each other. Like I was in a conversation with some Norwegian people yesterday afternoon or yesterday having lunch, and every time I talk, we were two foreigners, one Arab guy, one guy from Palestine, and myself. So we all work together. So I was talking. Every time we talk, the Palestinian guy myself, when we speak out Norwegian, they understand. But the Norwegian guy that was saying, every time we talk, they say, So I say, you see, you don't understand us. We understand each other. All foreigners in this country, when we talk, because it's a special pattern that we speak in, and then we know that we know what we're talking. Okay? In the same way, when the Norwegian talking to, we don't understand them well because they got different every little town in the country, it get different dialect. Every little town. Somebody talking say, yeah, we now see Jerry did not live in the country here. Go to the north, the Siamese. When they talking, in fact, for them, nothing reasonable what we speak here. So that's it. Liberia And that is very peculiar to us. We Liberians, our Liberian English we speak so. That was small who live. Well, me, I live in America for 100 years. I'll not, of course, I can speak series if I want to, but I don't take it too much. If I am on there, I wanted to understand me, I'll speak it. But my Liberian English, I can't forget it. It's very important because there's certain thing we can say. How can you say go can or I come go? I come go. How you come back then you start going again? Or can't go bring it in, can't then before you go. If you go there and I want you to go buy something for me, why can't you just say go and buy this thing? I will say come, then go. Can't go. So so it's very peculiar. And everywhere you meet Liberian, you enjoy. Out there our speech. That's a common identity. I mean identity we get. All Liberians, that's a common identity we have all over the world. I was in Thailand. And normally when I'm traveling, that I let us save money by Western Union to myself. So that when I get there, I don't want to travel with the cash. So I have gone to the Western Union to receive my money. And I was on this line, the line was very slow. But in front of me, I think about 3 or 4 people. Then the fifth person, that one girl and one boy, and they were Liberians. I didn't know. We stood on the line so slow, man. So everybody was getting impatient. Then I would see the way they were impatient. Then they get say, but how the people are so slow that they so. Then I stay away behind and say myself, my foot tired now. Then the guy turned around and said, my man, wait, now I'm gonna need this so. My man, we tell you on Nigerians. I said, no, I LRB mail. So you see, and then I was in the Philippines again, I was in a hotel. But this Liberian guy came from the States, he went to visit some girls, and he was in a hotel too. But we are not met. We've been in a hotel for like 3 days, 4 days. We are not met. So I came from out that afternoon, coming, and then I saw the guy with a bachelor. He was in a recession, leaving message with some kind of message with a receptionist. But the only thing I heard was when I get, can I just tell my room number? I say, hey, LRB man. He said, oh, my man, what can I make this so? So we started speaking our Liberian English, and all the Filipino boys and girls, they said, why are you speaking? We said, because they will speak, yeah, they understand some what we say. I said, we're speaking English. He said, well, it doesn't sound like English. I said, yeah, this is our special English, And the guy must say, he's a pastor guy, and we started speaking pastor. So the guy said, well, man, that's why I told him, don't move to my room. My room is big. I get 2 beds in my room. He said, yeah. So I hear myself move to my room. So, Liberians, we are Liberians. There is something unique about us. Back in Liberia, we can do all our little nonsense, but we're out with different kind of people, So this is why it's very important that as we go to these elections, we have a peaceful election. We will always be Liberians. We will do all our thing, but at the end of the day, when you travel, they don't ask. When they ask where you come from, you don't say I'm from Lofa, I'm from Margibi, I'm from Liberia. That's what on your passport, and that's what in your heart. So we are Liberians, and let us be peaceful in our elections. I want to thank all of you, Emmanuel, especially you who are so patient to stay with me until now. For the time being, and we will be back here on today, Friday. Happy weekend. We'll be back here on Tuesday, but in between, this is a election period. In between, there will be interesting thing happening, and as soon as I have the opportunity, I'll go in studios. And if there's a live coverage, we'll do it like we were doing yesterday or like we've been doing the past few days. So thanks a lot. And this is how we like to leave you on this edition of the program, The Bottom Line. My name is Living for God. And it was fun being with my people, what do I play? Okay, let me play Charlie music. I like music. Let me get play to close. Yeah. And we'll be closing from you. Oh, let me cue you for, let me see. Yeah, I got it.